Hey peeps, we're finally here to Devil May Cry Part 4, or Devil May Cry 4, I don't want to be confusing people. I know on one of my videos I had said like, I just finished Part 2, but I meant Devil May Cry 2, and like, one of my friends watched the video and was like asking me, he's like, well, isn't this like your first part of it? I'm like, oh no, I meant like Devil May Cry 2. So anyways, we're here at Devil May Cry 4 Special Edition, and this is a game that it's kind of weird for me because like I didn't really like it the first time that I played it because I just didn't really have Nero down at all. Like I didn't really understand the way to play with him, and then I didn't play it a second time until the special edition came out for PS4. Because the first time was like probably within the same month of it releasing on PS3. So I played again later on PS4 special edition, and for whatever reason, then everything was clicking for me. So I really enjoyed it a lot. And if anything, I was like bummed to not play with Nero and then go into Dante's part of it, which is strange because Dante is pretty awesome in this game too. You just get used to it because it's a different kind of play style. But you know, we're finally here to do our playthrough on this, and I'm gonna go ahead and watch the little. It's not the opening video, but it's the video that has the song, and then we'll go into the actual opening of the game. So this is gonna be the little cinematic thing with the actual song for Devil May Cry 4, and then we'll start the game. I haven't seen this in a while though, and I do like it. This is like the song that I always kind of make fun of, like the time has come for you to die. I think it's the time's coming, so have I, but the other way just sounds more fun. Yeah, and so have I. As much as I give the songs crap, like I do enjoy them. Like I especially like the chorus parts of Part 3 and Part 4 song. And Devil Trigger is pretty awesome. It's like the main vocal beats of this song and the song from Part 3, they just kind of have like that generic rock song kind of sound to them, but I do like the music overall and the chorus parts of both of them. Yeah, this was our introduction to Nero and his badass demon arm. And I like Kyrie. Like she doesn't have like a big part in this game, but I was bummed to not have her really be in Part 5. Like she's very much just like a voice cameo. Yeah, I just really like this part of the song. It all just kind of seems more like epic, and then it's showing like bigger parts of the story during the video. And this is a special edition, so it does have Virgil as a playable character, and it does have Lady and Trish. But for this playthrough, I'll just be playing as Dante and Nero, and it gives them extra costumes also, but I'll just be using like the regular costumes. Pretty cool song overall though, and overall a pretty good game. Like this game definitely has its issues. It's a pretty good story, but it's only the game as a whole just kind of feels like they were only interested in doing like half of the game with the narrative structure, because the second half is like basically all Dante, and there's not really much to his story. It's just more gameplay with Dante, so it feels definitely like they stretched it out a bit, so that's unfortunate. I will say real quick that I kind of effed up on my recording. Like I did try to record 2 episodes of this the other day, and I've been using the same settings with the games and with OBS, and I haven't had any issues. But for whatever reason, the formatting just came out differently on this one. So I was looking at my recordings, and they're cropped real weird. Like everything's supposed to be the same. It's all been set up the same in the past, but it's basically like a smaller box in the upper left corner, and then there was like a big black bar like on the right side and on the bottom. So for whatever reason, the resolution with whatever it had to do with the downscaling, or I'm not sure exactly what happened, but it just didn't come out correct on the formatting. So I will be redoing it. Hopefully this means I'll be playing a little bit better, because it's weird. Like I was playing really well with all the regular enemies, but I got up to the second boss and I got my ass kicked real bad by Burial. It took me like 5 tries to fight Burial, and then I think it still took me like 3 or 4 tries with the I forgot his name, but the frog looking boss with the lady tentacles, or lady antennas rather. But anyways, I don't really want to. I don't know if it'll let me start a new game, because I don't. Seems a little unfair that I would just go ahead and start with a bunch of upgrades. It may not let me, because I didn't see a new game option. It just says load game, and then from there it lets me choose the difficulty. So see, I got to mission 5, which mission 4 was the second boss fight. So that's unfortunate, because I don't consider myself good enough to do this one, and this would be too easy. So I guess I'll just start from the beginning with the Devil Hunter. Alrighty. So then, yeah, it lets you choose 2 different outfits. I already forgot which one was which. I think this one is his regular one, so I'll just jump with this one. A lot of cutscenes early on in my first video part. Each video was only 2 missions, and I'm gonna redo them, but there's a lot of cutscenes, so that's gonna take up a decent chunk of it. I do like it though, because you get a new look at the world. Like, seems quite a bit different compared to the other games. Like from what we've seen up to this point, it had mainly just been Dante, 1 or 2 other characters, and a lot of demons. So we get more of a human flavor in this game, as you're seeing them open up in the church, and Nero's hauling ass because he's running late. I really like this song too. It's what they got playing during the like the upgrade sequences. And as far as opening credits go and stuff, this one's pretty good. Part 3 would definitely be my favorite, just because of the story being told at the beginning. Part 5 definitely takes the cake, just in terms of like pure badassery. But this one has a really nice sweet spot. You're getting a taste of the world, but you're also getting some pretty awesome action in the process. So I do find it pretty damn enjoyable also. I never did get good at using Red Queen in terms of like the rev up ability, but it's a pretty awesome sword. Like a damn satanic church. They're like all about worshiping the demon Sparta. But they just all seem to like know the story also about like his sacrifice and stuff. So I guess it makes sense. And even though we're dealing with demons in the demonic world, there hasn't really been any clear sense that it's the same like religions overall in this world. Like we just know about demons, underworld, and like Sparta, but it's never really any hints of like Christianity or Judaism or any other religion. So it's whatever. It's their world. They can do whatever they want. It's interesting. No one can argue that.
Years ago, the Dark Knight, Sparta, turned against his demon.
I never bothered to look it up, but this guy sounds a lot like Gaara from Naruto. I wonder if it's the same voice actor.
Though, despite his brave efforts in our names, I fear some have forgotten the truth of that great sacrifice. If the events of that terrible time were to reoccur, the fusing of both the demonic and human realms.
Nero looks like a punk ass little kid, but I used to be the same way in church, so I can't even give him shit.
Means by which to oppose our submission. And so I ask you to unite and pray that even if such a dark time of chaos were to revisit us, our gracious Savior would shelter us from the storm. Let us pray.
I think the implication is that they were friends from like since they were kids, but it does seem like an odd couple with Nero and Kirie. Just like the girl next door, and he's like the rebel teen.
What's wrong?
I'm out of here.
But it's not over yet.
All this preaching's putting me to sleep.
And when I first saw this beginning, I was like, what the fuck? It like really throws you off. Makes Dante out to be like the bad guy. Booyah. Be gone. Like a straight horror film. About to whoop all kinds of ass. Seriously, I watched this for the first time. I'm like, oh god, like, what happened? When did he go to the dark side? And I was really bad at like keeping up with games news like back then, so I had no idea that like it was going to be a different character. Like I didn't know about Nero. Like I didn't question anything until I bought the game, and then I was like looking at the cover. I'm like, I don't think that's Dante. I'm like, if it is, Dante looks different. What's going on with his arm? Foot to the face. So yeah, watching this play out for the first time, like, holy crap, like, what is happening?
Go with your brother and get out of here.
Go on and get.
You stole him until then.
I won't hold my breath.
The reason why this opening works so well is because right off the bat they established that he's a demon slayer because he's killing demons just on the way to the church. But even then you're like, alright, well, that's cool, but those look like lower level demons anyway, so how strong is he? And they're like, oh, well, we'll show you how strong he is. And they just stick you fighting Dante from the very beginning, and we already know like how badass Dante is, so it was a nice way to show, like, without like just straight up telling you like that he's a badass. It's a good way to just say like, hey, like this is Nero, he's pretty awesome, check him out. Alrighty. It's real simple tutorial shit in the beginning. Then you throw it down for a little bit. It's not actually counting the jumps, it's counting the dodges. Bring it.
I guess this doesn't quite cut it.
What's the point of packing a sword like that if you aren't even gonna use it?
So granted, the characters never bothered to reload in these games, so I'm really surprised in part 5 they didn't try to also give him like a different gun, because he's, you know, rocking the one arm for a good chunk of it. And of course he's got the robot arm, but sometimes he does just have no arm, so it's a little weird, especially with it being a revolver. But then again, you know, like I said, they don't ever really show these guys having to reload or anything like that.
trick up your sleeve. I thought the cat had your tongue. It's a trick you're looking for. Looks like you two are. Can't interrupt. I want to wrap this show up before the cavalry arrives.
Oh shit, gotta be a lot closer. I use the grab when I'm like already in a combo normally, but for the tutorial purpose, I'm just grabbing them. It's better to do it in a combo because that way you're like already at the right distance.
So, you're looking to play, huh? Alright, I guess I got some time to kill. Tough guy, huh? Well... Yeah.
Good old demon fight.
To take you down a couple notches.
Bow, 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 bow.
Whatever you say, kid.
Might as well get some orbs. Alrighty. Probably get a D on stylish, but maybe I can get a good rate on orbs in time. I made an A the first time on this, so it shouldn't be hard to at least get an A again. Beat the fuck out of him. Try and beat the devil out of you, boy. And then, of course, it's not a Devil May Cry game without Dante getting impaled by his own sword.
Getting better. I would even go as far as to say that I underestimated your abilities. You aren't human, are you? We're the same. You and...
It's just one of those weird things, like, nobody asked for it, but we all expect it from every game.
and them. Though I suspect you carry something different from the others.
How you do that?
What are you talking about?
You will come to learn the meaning soon enough. But business beckons.
Hey!
Adios, kid.
Later, bitch. I was about to say, damn, am I really gonna get a B on this one? But no, still cleared as an A.
You brought this here for me?
Credo requested. She yearns for your touch.
Thanks. This blade's the best battle companion a swordsman could wish for.
It's like she yearns for your touch. Oh yeah. It had to have been a less sexually charged way to say that.
Fortuna Castle, huh?
That's what the witnesses said.
Guy just came from hell. He's gotta hit up a couple tourist sites.
Just so lightly in a time of crisis?
Hey. That's what we do here.
You must capture him.
Trust me, I'll get it done.
Please be careful. You still haven't recovered.
There's no time, and duty calls. Can't pass on an emergency.
I must return to headquarters and report.
So when I was playing part 5, I forgot about this part where it actually shows like townsfolk getting attacked. So when it was happening in part 5, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm really liking this. I like how they're showing more of humanity. I don't think they've ever done that in another game. But then shortly after, I'm all, you know what, I might be forgetting something. I was like, I don't know. But yeah, I sure did forget about this part. It still seems like a little off here compared to part 5, because part 5 seems more like real world people. Not that these don't look like people, it's just that the town seems very foreign, and like their clothes seem foreign, like almost like it's not present day, but like the cops with their like cop outfits and stuff, everything seems more present day than part 5. You know, there's like city bridges and vehicles and stuff. It's like an actual modern day looking city. Whereas this one is still very much so keeping in the same style as like part 1 and 2. Part 3 also, I guess, since it's mostly around the castle or the tower.
Baby sure can't pack a punch.
So I've always been more partial to katanas, but out of like the larger devil arms, I think Red Queen might be my favorite sword. So there's a lot of tutorial stuff and a lot of cutscenes in that first mission, but this one has a lot more action, and it's a longer mission overall. And just like with the other Devil May Cry games, I'm not particularly good at doing the secret mission stuff, so you won't really see much, if any, of that. Also, for this series, I'm going to try to keep the video length down to closer to like 40 minutes. Mostly just to save time, because I'm a junior in college right now, and so like I still have classes and stuff to worry about. Right now it's middle of April, and semester ends like the first week of May, so this is going to be the time where more things are going on in terms of assignments and exams and stuff. So doing shorter videos, I can spend less time playing the game, but also less time editing and stuff. You know, not all videos take a long time to edit, but some definitely do more than others. I really like the way these guys look. And some of them have like the blade on their leg. They're just real cool looking. They're real chunky. It looks like just like pieces that are just sort of held together by the sacks. He wasn't really getting grabbed, but he was still getting hit. Gotta grab those orbs. It's one of the things that was really throwing me off in part 2 was like just having that need to want to grab everything or not grab everything, but break everything, and there wasn't really a lot of breakable stuff. Part 3 had more of it, but it's definitely an increase of that in this one. Alrighty. Okay. Gotta grab this first. There we go.
What the hell?
And the platforming is also a lot smoother because of this function right here, where it lets you grab onto different things when you're trying to move around. So it wasn't even that long ago that I played this game, and the one that I did play was the special edition on PS4, so I'd imagine they did some improvements and stuff visually, but this game is looking nicer than I remember, which is a nice touch. And the cutscenes were also looking nicer than I remembered, but you know, that's all just potentially a memory thing also. It's likely that it wasn't too much different. And as you'll notice, I have the air hike already. Again, that's because I got through the first 4 missions, and now I'm back to starting over. So I was actually able to get air hike at the end of this mission. after I lost to Burial like twice, or maybe the third time. Then I had enough to do it. That's also when I bought the other combos. The timing on that combo right there, for whatever reason, I have a hard time getting right. The other combo, it's easy to do, but I don't do it as much because it's slow and like I'm not sure exactly how much damage it does. Like sometimes it doesn't seem like it's doing as much damage, and it kind of leaves you open to get attacked by others. But I freaking love playing with Nero because of the snatch ability. I love air grabbing him. Die. It's like, obviously he's hitting him with the sword, but the way he just kind of like slamming into him, it just looks like he's taking like a blunt object and just bludgeoning them to death. It's kind of brutal, but I love it. So just so y'all know, I'm already starting out with Air Hike. Like I said, I have the 2 combos that I purchased because you don't start off with them. I have the extension for Snatch, and then I also have the trying to think of the name. It's called the Streak. It's basically his version of Stinger. I have level 1 and 2 of that. I'm not gonna really bother looking for them, but as you can see, his arm will be glowing, and that's to let you know there's like a secret mission nearby. So when you see his arm glowing, you just kind of take some time to look around. So this is actually my 6th video series, because I did Evil Within, Devil May Cry 5, 1, 2, and 3, and this is part 4 now. So yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier. The blade is his leg. It's pretty cool. I just like the look of it. It's like a crazy peg leg of sorts. But yeah, I just bring that up because I hadn't mentioned it in the last 3 series, but just sort of a fun fact about myself, I am legally blind, and so if you ever see that I'm taking a while to read something, or if something comes up like on a prompt and it doesn't seem like I'm acknowledging it, or there's just other situations where it looks like I'm trying to read something and there's like a weird cut or something, that's why, because sometimes it can take me longer to read things, but also my vision being as poor as it is, sometimes I have to like physically move closer to the screen to see it, and I might be taking more time, or if I might bump into the mic or something and I'm leaning forward, so that's why you'll see like a weird cut sometimes. But also I make cuts if it's a mission where things are just kind of dragging and it's taking too long to do whatever it is I'm trying to do, like to get to a certain place, or if it's like a platforming thing that's taking a while to do. He's a student of the Dante School of Engineering, where you just hit things or shoot things to make it work. Got it. But yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, if they're not like familiar with the term legally blind, it just means like the state and the government considers your vision to be equal, well, not equal to a blind person, but you're considered blind because your vision is so poor. So that basically means like can't like drive and stuff like that. And I forget exactly what the number is, but like when you do like your eye test, it has to be like below a certain amount. And again, I don't remember what it is, but I just remember that it is like some crazy number. Like it sounds like a number that you wouldn't believe, but unfortunately mine does fall under that number, so I am considered legally blind. And so that does give me trouble with seeing things like right there. I can't see on the screen right now, I can't see the number of orbs I have, and then I can't read the number next to the stylus points. But I can tell when it's like a B or A or C. But yeah, if I move myself closer to the screen, then it's easier to read the stuff. But just from where I'm sitting, which really isn't far at all, it's only like 2.5 feet or so from the screen, and it's a 27-inch screen at that, so it's not a small screen either. The same thing with this right here. Like I can't read. Like I know it says taunt because I've done this part recently, and then it tells you under like what you got to push to do the taunt. But from where I'm sitting, I can't actually read it. I can tell, like I can make out certain letters and stuff, but just as a whole, I can't really read it well. And so that applies to, like I said, driving. Like I actually just stopped driving like 2 years ago. I just have like a condition that has caused my eyesight to decline over time. But also, like if I go to like a fast food place, kind of more recently in the last couple of years, I haven't been able to read the menu. So I'll either ask someone, or if it's somewhere that I normally go, I kind of just know what I'm going to order anyway, so don't have to worry in that sense. I don't know. I mean, we as people, we're just we're able to adapt. We're adaptable. So that's what life has been lately. Just a matter of adapting to things. And I just recently got back into school, so when I found out about my thing initially, I didn't take the news well at all, and I kind of freaked out and dropped out of school. But I recently went back last semester, and I think a lot of things have changed. I mean, life was not super fun for a little while. Just kind of gripping with just knowing that I needed to adjust with things, and to know that things would decline over time, and I'd have to find a way to adapt to it. But yeah, I mean, things are definitely like a lot more positive, and I've definitely learned to adapt to a lot of situations. But yeah, I got back into school last semester, and I'm actually doing really well. I made all A's last semester, made the dean's list, and I'm trying to do that again this semester. I don't know how likely that'll be, because I'm very close to it. Like, I have A's in 3 of my 4 classes that I'm taking, but I have got a B in 1 class, and I don't know how likely it is I'm going to be able to increase it. So far, anyway. I guess time will tell. It's not impossible that I can still make an A, but it just seems difficult. May not be the most likely outcome. But, you know, the point of that is, my whole little rant is, well, that's not even really a rant. When I think of rants, it's more like a negative thing. But the point is, you know, if you have any kind of like disability or anything, it doesn't have to slow you down. You might just have to do things differently. That's a big part of why I'm starting the channel. Is I wanted to be able to just sort of like celebrate the time that I do have, because for all intents and purposes, as far as I know, and things could change, but as far as I know, like, it is likely that I could be completely blind one day. But, you know, instead of being like sad and mopey and all that kind of stuff, I'm just enjoying the time that I have with my vision, and I'm just sort of celebrating the time that I get to have, and making sure to enjoy all these things like playing video games and watching movies and whatnot.
Let me guess. More demons.
You know, I at least have the luxury of knowing that it's probably going to happen. So, as opposed to someone losing their eyesight through like a sudden medical condition or like a sudden accident or something. So that is sort of an advantage, like just knowing. So this is a fun little fun fact that I just found out recently. Burial is the son of Mundus. I thought that was pretty cool. I only found that out like very recently, like a couple of months ago or so. Hoping I can do better against him now, because I was like really getting my butt kicked before.
Fire's bad for the complexion. I burn easily. Never tan.
When I came to this world 2,000 years ago, there was no such human as the likes of you.
Want to make it another 2,000?
I really like Nero's outfit. I think the other one was actually his canon outfit. Oh boy. Yeah, oh boy. See, that one I knew was coming. I just reacted poorly, but other attacks he does, I just don't have the timing right on it. Like, I was just having like a hard time figuring that out. Definitely pays to walk around and get those orbs. And also just know with Nero, you can use his Buster whenever they're hurt like that. So that's his animation to know that, to tell you that like he's hurt. But then the second boss has like a similar, he has a similar sort of thing where he's kind of in a stunned state. Like, Burial can still hurt you whenever when his flames are out. But the other guy, it's more of like a stunned thing. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh boy, that does a lot of damage. Oh! I didn't think it was gonna hit me. I thought it was gonna like run right past it. That was not the case. I might actually die right here. Oh crap. Oh boy. Okay, again, I thought I was gonna slip right under that. That was weird though, because I was starting to attack him, and then he did streak in the opposite direction. So I'm not sure what triggered that. Oh boy, this is a tough one. Up to this point, I haven't increased my life at all. So I guess I'll go ahead and do that now. I don't need like a healing item. I just gotta get good. So I just increased that twice, and I'm not even sure how much that's really going to help. Because I'm not lying, it did take me like 5 tries last time. Which was silly, and it's silly that I died just now, but oh well. These things happen. And I don't blame any of this on my side either. Like, I claimed very early on that I'm not necessarily great at games, but I just really love playing them. Oh boy. Run! Stupid. Oh shit. Right at the butt. Oh no. Oh boy. Oh boy. I always try to get a bunch of hits off of him before doing the grab because he's like already weakened.
Don't ask.
So if you grab him too soon, he'll just go right into the offensive pretty much.
Just like he was.
And he would be.
I must restore my power.
So it only took 2 tries, but that doesn't feel great considering I already had like a good chunk of upgrades. So it really should have been a first try kind of thing, but oh well. Trying to think of like all the bosses in this game, but from what I remember, he is like the coolest looking boss in this whole game. I mean, really, he's one of the coolest looking bosses like in the franchise, and the franchise definitely has its fair share of awesome looking bosses. But yeah, even not knowing anything about him being like the son of Mundus, like he's really badass looking for sure. Still doing crappy on the stylish, but they're pretty good on orbs and time at least. I think I got a C last attempt at this. But alrighty folks, that's going to do it for this video. Hope you guys are enjoying it. And you know, like I want to like beg for comments. I don't want to, but so far in this series, and keep in mind I did part 5, 1, 2, and 3, so I'm on part 4, 5th game of the series. I haven't gotten any comments on this whole series. I got a few comments on my Evil Within playthrough, but out of all these videos so far, Devil May Cry, I still haven't gotten any comments. So it would be super appreciative if I could get some comments. Like literally, you can let me know if you love it or hate it. You can tell me I suck and that I'm awful and that I should never do this again, but just give me some kind of feedback because I have like no feedback to go off of. And I mean, really, even right now, I just don't have hardly any views at all either. Like, I think my highest Devil May Cry video maybe has like 9 views, but even my biggest video so far is 12 views, so it's very much like nothing numbers. But you know, if I can get 1 or 2 or 3 of those 12 people to like throw in some comments, that'd be pretty awesome. That way I can at least know that people they're watching, they're paying attention. You know, maybe they got some some constructive criticism for me or whatnot, but really any and all feedback is going to be good, because I'll take it all as constructive criticism, even if it's sent as a way of like trying to be mean-spirited or something. Like if you want to be mean, like I'm still going to try to find a way to have a positive outlook on that and see how I can do better. So definitely feel free to like and subscribe, and I encourage anyone and everyone to just leave a comment. But hope you guys are enjoying the content, and until next time, take care. Bye bye.